Hey everyone, welcome back. Here we are, new day, new lure. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I just finished painting this lure. I'm gonna go back over and I'll do a voiceover because I'll be honest, I did not have the energy to talk while I was painting. So what we have here, rattlebait, painted with titanium white, and I'm just going over the top with some Titan buff. This video is gonna be just 100% voiceover. So I start on the sides, just kind of making it random, spraying throughout. Go on the top, let it fade down the sides. Try to get the contour of the gill. Then we'll add some heat. Always heat before stencils. Let it cool down after too. It's gonna be some transparent red iron oxide. And again, with the transparents, just nice light spray, build the layers. It'll get darker, and you get different shades or different shades as you go through. There's a sap green that just went by. It's like an art tool texture template, I think is what it's called. And all I'm doing is I'm varying between holding the stencil up against the lure and then holding it away. The closer you hold a stencil, or if you hold a stencil directly on the lure, you get a much more defined pattern. You hold it up and it kind of diffuses the pattern a little bit. Which, I mean, when you're starting with your basic textures, your baseline textures, sometimes that's what you want. Space it out. Now I did kind of focus the bit of an angle along the gill. It will create a little bit of definition. For most fish, I go darker on the back, because most fish are darker on the back. I think the only exception is going to be the clown pattern that I paint, where clownfish actually have a lighter top and darker belly. So I do have a confession for this lure. There was no pattern planned in mind. I basically just grabbed some colors I thought would look good together, grabbed some stencils, and just started spraying. I have been asked, where do the ideas come from? How much effort goes into planning it? If I'm being 100% honest to you guys, a lot of the patterns that I've shown you in these videos are me just sitting down painting them for the first time. Just kind of making it up as I go along, or I'll have like an idea of it before I sit down, and I just kind of flesh it out in front of you guys. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. This was just kind of a complete brain fart. It was 2 in the morning when I started, and I actually stared at this lure, this blank lure, for maybe 45 minutes before I even picked up a bottle of paint, which is kind of, I think, what I want to talk to you guys about. And that's overcoming the brain fart, overcoming that creative barrier sometimes that exists. And if you're watching this, you have some artistic ability, or you're interested in this, and you probably felt the same way as well. When you feel like there's no more ideas left, you've done everything. seen it all. Just paint. Just grab paints, put them in a brush, and just start spraying. Go in with no plan at all, and just start laying it down. Sometimes you'll be surprised. Sometimes it turns out like garbage. But you can always paint over it again and start over with, you go black or white or whatever you use to do your base coat. But the point I want to make in this video is just lay down paint. Get something going. Once that brush starts spraying, all of a sudden you'll start to see these colors kind of mesh together, and you inspire yourself, and it all just starts to kind of flow out of you, and all of a sudden you start painting faster and switching between colors a little more dynamically. Yeah. So I have missed a few colors in here. We did a transparent brown, transparent brown iron oxide, and then we're just doing a wicked apple green on the sides. And that's just to kind of grab the green colors that we have in there and just kind of pull them out towards the surface a little more. So after that last little rant I had there, I'm actually kind of curious, what do you guys do when the ideas just are not coming out? When, you've had a long day, you want to sit down, just kind of turn the brain off. How do you get the ideas out? So if you don't mind, comment below. I'm actually very curious to hear what you guys do. I think that was the green gold that we're putting on right now. I've mentioned this before, but I really like that green gold color. It's pretty underwhelming under a light, but when you go into the sunlight, man, it pops. It is unreal. It looks so good in the sunlight. Super glue in the eye. Going reptilian on this one. Don't use these eyes very often, but yeah, I think this lure called for it. This the marker I was using right here is going to be the Copic Multiliner, and it's a 0.5 millimeter. Quick swim in the KBS. I did double dip this one. Dip it once, let it cure for a few days, come back, dip it again. You just get a really nice coat on there. We'll use the jig in the bottom. It is going to drip. You can put a little piece of wire, whatever it is, to hang on the bottom. But when I'm doing lipless lures, I like to use a little weighted jig. That way it just holds everything nice and straight, nice and vertical, so all the drips come off and they don't pool anywhere. And just like that, it's done. A couple days later, it's cured. Looks great. This one is not going to be a keeper. This one's going to a new home, and I think they're going to like it. What do you think? Down below, let me know. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.